Well, so now we will talk about what if we wanted to make it a max heap rather than min heap. Now, in order to do that, we will be using another constructor of priority queue, which first takes the capacity. So let's say like the initial capacity that we want is 10, and then it needs a comparator object. So let's call it CMP. And now the CMP is a class that we will have to define. So we call class CMP, and this class will actually implement interface called comparator, and this is integer comparator because we have created a priority queue of integers. Now in this, what we have to do is we have to give a public int compare function. What it will take is it will take an integer a and it will take an integer b. Now this will return, let's say, a minus b. So this is a comparator that we have given, and the syntax that changed is like we have to give the capacity as this is initial capacity. Like even if we insert more than 10 values, this will scale up. That should be fine. So even if I give initial capacity of, let's say, 2, since we are inserting 5 values, it will show us that priority queue will actually increase to that size. So now with this change, with one comparator given, let's try to run our code and see what is the change in behavior now. So run, compile and run, and this is executing. So let's go ahead and give this input, and we see now that we are getting is what we are getting is essentially a min priority queue, right? So with this min priority queue, let's go ahead, and if we just reverse the order of this and say b minus a, then what essentially it will do is it will make it a max priority queue. So we see they are coming in reverse order. So this is second thing done. And now if we talk about the third thing, uh, like this was a priority queue for just integers. Now imagine if you wanted to make a priority queue for characters. So we will say character, and here also we will say character, character. In character also same subtraction actually works. And now rather than inserting these integers, or I think even integer insertion will work fine, but here it is cribbing that you can't give an integer if it is a character priority queue. So what essentially we can do is we can give a different input, or let's get rid of this character right now. Let's make it a string data type. So string, and we say if a dot compare to b. So string has a function called compare to, and here let's make it string, and let's go ahead. But again the trouble is like we will have to get the string. So let me make it string x, and here also let's print it as string s. So now if we run this code, compile this code, 1 5 a b c d e f g h i j k l m n o p q r. So we see size is 5 and they are coming in the same order, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Over here one string is less, and the reason being that is after 5 we give a new line. We say 1, 5, and we say G, H, I, D, E, F, A, B, C, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Now if you see, all 5 will be printed, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Right, so this is kind of priority queue for the strings. Now imagine if we want to have a priority queue for just another class, let's say interval, and here we have start and end, and let's say interval will have a constructor also, int s int t. So what we do is start is equal to s, end is equal to e. Now what we need to do is same comparator that we declared, we'll make it for interval, and in this interval what we will do is let's say a dot start minus b dot start. So we can go that way, and same intervals we can go and say priority queue is of intervals, and every time we are creating an interval it will be like new interval of s comma e, and this s and e will be taken as inputs here. So let's say this is s and this is e, and now what we do is we are adding this x here, and when we are getting it out we'll have %d and %d, and that will be interval ie is equal to pq dot remove, and we will say ie dot start comma ie dot end, and what we will do is the comparator. Okay, I think this is fine. So let's go ahead and compile our program once again. Some mistake, invalid method declaration, and that is coming from here. So the spelling mistake, interval should have R in it, same way here also. So interval, we have copied interval here as well and here as well. Now if we go ahead and compile our code once again, and then we give 5 intervals are, let's say, 1 to 9, 2 to 4, 0 to, sorry, 0 to 8, 5 to 11, and 1 to 99. So we see that the way they are coming out is basically, I forgot to give a space here. All these intervals ideally would come out to be sorted in kind of ascending order based on the start value 0, 1, 1, 2, 5. So this is since we did the start value difference. So ultimately priority queue is defined this way for custom data types, or as well as like any inbuilt data type that we were having. So this is the priority queue.